Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Ahmad Muradi. I am the person behind AITV, and the purpose of this presentation is just to talk to potential partners, strategists, colleagues that I have worked throughout the years, and invite various supply chain to become part of this AITV as a service. So with that in mind, I wanted to go through a little presentation with you, give you my viewpoint as a director's cut, and perhaps demonstrate a little bit of the technology and its use in a very rudimentary format because we are in the conceptual cycle of this presentation. But as time evolves, then we will be presenting it into a complete package. The good news is that we have all the pieces already together, so we know how to integrate, and by assembling a dedicated team to this AITV for its back end and front end and its management, it gives us the ability to pursue the market relatively shortly. So our goal is make the opportunities and the intellectual properties and so forth available and make that a part of this equation that it gives us a value advantage. I came from 1986 AI background. They call me AI OG, according to Google. TV has been part of my background because we worked with partners, companies, suppliers via direct TV. We were the ones that we had to bring the signals to the MDUs, multiple dwelling units, and we have been catalysts of video, imaging, streaming, and AI streaming that I wrote between 2002 to 2007 with a global patent. All of these are coming together into an inclusion that we can go into a new experience that otherwise would not be available. So let's take a look at some of these journeys together. One of the areas that is extremely important for us is we featured the concept of AI streaming in March 4 through 7 in 2024 to 255 TV networks in 55 countries via Asia Pacific Broadcast Union. And we created an experience, especially where the broadcasters had a serious concern about deep fake news, rights management, how to bring the interactivity into the real experience with their audience. And one of the fundamental problems that we always looked at was the TV itself. If you look at the TV from generations, where, for example, I was born, everything was black and white, all the way to moving from CRT-based TV, for example, tube-based, to plasma, to LCD, to LED, QLED, and so forth. We have moved and migrated. We even tried the 3D TV, if you recall, in the history, and it failed because people needed glasses. So we felt there is a time for everything, and right now the time to transform the television experience in a hybrid environment, because one of them is connected TV and smart TV. Connected TV and smart TV already exist. We already taken advantage of it. We are using it through the OTT service providers as we subscribe to Disney, to Warner Brothers, to Hulu, you name it, and so forth, that we have that as an access. More importantly, the area that we wanted to experience was that we can change that transformation into a real time. So from passive experience to become interactive, we realized that there is a missing element in the TV itself, which requires part of that IP build out. So what we are talking about is really inclusion of a new generation of a TV that has AI in it. This is starting with the new generation and release of different products. But the most important thing is we believe remote is dead, for example. We believe that the new changes that we are bringing to the TV becomes interactive because TV that we are presenting to you will have an operating system, but more important, it has a built-in webcam that we can capitalize on that, and based on permission from the users, we can activate and the engagement can come together in an active format, or you can just simply shut off the webcam and make it into a passive format. One of the areas that we felt is important is to looking at the picturing ourselves in front of an interactive TV. What would be our experience in here? And that is one of the reasons that we created some clip in here that when we share that with you, and you see this.
Hold up! Manscaped's 25% off Black Friday sale is happening right now.
I got something gonna make you
skip the advertising.
Hey, how come the picture quality on this big screen is so poor? I don't know. Let me try this support.
Hi, David. How are you today? I'm Jess, your AI digital assistant. What can I help you with?
Hey, the game is all grainy. What's wrong with my TV?
I checked and your internet connection is in order. The reason for the poor quality has to do with your subscription. Would you like me to upgrade you to a premium plan so you can watch it in UHD?
I don't know. How much is it to upgrade?
It's $15, but let's not do this now. I temporarily changed your settings so you can watch the rest of the game in UHD. Let's talk again at halftime.
Sounds great.
Is there anything else I can help you with now?
No, I think we're good. I guess we'll see you at halftime.
So just giving you some visual on that, our thinking is by removing the remote and bringing the AI and providing two kinds of devices. One, we want to replace the remote control with what we call a magic wand. And the other one is your mobile phone that becomes your remote. So just by controlling and swiping your phone and changing it into a mouse or any of these other capabilities, writing your app, and then every member of the household can have their own device based on their own setting, managing the TVs that they're controlling. So this now gives us the ability to create engagement, interaction, collaboration, just like we showed you with different monetization models to provide real-time service to AI TV consumers or subscribers. So with that, we really created a new generation of products and technologies that you can watch interactive channels, that this content are produced by producers interactively. We'll show you some of those examples. Produce on our AI content with yourself as an actor inside of it, and then have that to be uploaded inside the network and let AI deliver it to your like-minded audience. And based on your motive and incentive, you can create monetization from thumbs up to getting a tip to investing in your projects and things in that nature. All becomes part of that inclusive experience. So the way AI TV works right now, in my mind, it is built on a platform and technology that resonated from 20 years of background in building interactive TVs, which is now, we call it ICDN, Interactive Content Delivery Network, because we work with many CDNs around the globe. And we envision this by my personal passion, because from my childhood all the way to now, video has been my passion. That's one of the reasons I'm in this business. And with the AI streaming that we envision and fight with the first artificial intelligence streaming, we bring and populate this platform that we can create the best experience for the users. So with the AI streaming and global pattern that we are bringing, the AI TV itself will have different IPs. And the general idea is we put that whole thing inside a container and we make that available to the clients for their users. So we technically become an OEM and we build it for the brands. So we will not be competing, but rather we will be complementing. One of the areas that we also are going to be bringing is NETSTAIRS Interactive OTT. OTT right now, for example, we have signed NDAs and working with groups like Disney, Warner Brothers, different networks that we believe 3 decks of content is going to become the catalyst of AI TV. Deck 1, if you think of it like a 3D chessboard, Deck 1 we look at it as a user-generated content, where the engagement by individuals, by the influencers, by the musicians, by the esporters, the gamers, and everything else is part of that content universe. Then you got the professional studios, production houses, people that they are very passionate and this is their livelihood. So we create those channels for them, and these channels allows them to do a various kind of an experimentation. For instance, let's say we have done Game of Fame, where we sold the rights to a third party, but think of it like a Hollywood square where all of a sudden population is involved and you can be invited right from your own TV inside the game and participate and join and let the others watch. This kind of activities doesn't exist. And more importantly, taking the TV as a position that we all have a place for it in our house, in our offices, in our locations that we work. So the idea for AI TV and taking a protocol of diversity and the background that we are bringing from multinationals, multicultures, multi-talents that we have worked over the last 20, 30 years in this industry gives us the opportunity to create that experience that we want to bring to you. And the general idea is that your TV becomes your intelligent gateway to many variety of services that you can capitalize on right from the convenience of your house. By the way, one of the things that is important to know is these technologies are backward compatible. So that means we are not only bringing a new disruptor into the marketplace, but more importantly, we are connecting this to different services based on requirements that we feel is important, such as OTT. So the portal, the management, the device management, the billing, the SSOs, OpenAI, SDKs, all of these are part of this integration journey that we are putting together for you. More importantly is glass to glass is really important for us because this becomes the experience that we want you to have. So when you click on it and you say, trust this.
Gina, what movie can we watch this Sunday afternoon?
Maybe your favorite science fiction war movie.
Let's check with Jess on what movie she recommends.
Hi, Alex. I'd be happy to. What type of movie are you in the mood for?
I'm thinking of something action-packed. Maybe a sci-fi war movie.
Let's explore some popular options. Here's one of the latest releases in sci-fi war, Galactic Rebellion. It's been gaining a lot of attention this month.
So one of the areas that we want to tell you is these avatars, they are AI. They are working with the text, they're creating the emotion, they're creating the mood and so forth. So the interactions that is happening. But more importantly, these are digital assets. These digital assets are the people that could be the sports celebrities, they could be the entertainment, they could be esports, variety of content that you basically can provide that as a licensing. So if all of a sudden you want to have Nicole Kidman, for example, or Halle Berry, you can select that, and the licenses with the rights management can create compensation for them for the use of their faces. So therefore there is a revenue stream in a multilateral format that can be provided. And more importantly is when we go into this kind of TV settings that we are talking about, where, for instance, during the trade show, all of a sudden the people that they're coming right to the TV, from that TV, they're seeing themselves and she is engaged. But this TV also, there has one advantage. You can also all of a sudden write on it, okay, with your magical or magic wand, and then it becomes a text that you can even capture and share it through your mobile or PC devices. So we are really thinking of transforming the ordinary TV, what we call connected TV, with the old remote that has been around for a while, into an extraordinary experience with the AI TV. And our vision and our mission and goals are a collaboration of bringing the other players into the equation, because with that, we create the engagement that it can become personalized. So this personalization also, you can take it with you through your tablet, through your PCs or laptops or mobile devices. So you're not bound by the TV itself, but the TV becomes the center focal of all of your content, because when you want to sit down and relax on the couch, whether you're watching a passive content or you want to be engaged like a sports with other people such as watch party, then you can do so very nicely. So Another important thing that it was extremely important for AI TV was creating a gateway that we can bring the Web 3.0 security access codes. And we decided to partner with one of the strategic group that we have interviewed and entered into an NDA to allow to create tokenization based on Swiss blockchain. Okay, these are Swiss codes. They are blockchained into multi-ledgers. They can be by TV networks, for example, located and the custodian position of that into the equation. So BBC, for example, can have its own custodian versus TV España. And then this kind of capability gives them the diversity of creating a privacy and a security and making AI immune to cyber attacks. Because one of the areas that right now I'm dealing with, 61% of my traffic is from Ukraine, Russia, and China that I try to decipher. And I like to bring that kind of capability and know-how with the better algorithms and protocols into this and be felt by partnering with our supply chain. Then we can dedicate areas that you can create monetization yourself, and we will share some of that also with you. But more importantly, we are bringing Google into the equation because icdn.ai is already, over the last 4.5 years that we've been working behind the scene, is going to be founded and hosted on super hyper scale AI engines. But more importantly, what we have done is we made the entire icdn.ai AI agnostic. And that is one of the reasons it's important to ensure that we can support diversity from open source AI to ChatGPT or to Gemini or other services. And then at the same time, bring that kind of experiences through rights management to these channels or rooms, depending on the size and capacity, and make that available by also making stream studios available to the users, that they can, through AI, create their own storytelling, their own script, their own creative way. For now, what we are doing, we have signed an NDA and we have received the API from Disney. Part of our plan is to connect our AI TV to the 166 million of Disney first-party data, because that gives us the ability that we can create targeted advertising and marketing for our audiences and drive them with the CTA that they want. So for example, it just doesn't have to become a QR, if you will. It can become interactive invitation into a virtual streaming, into interactions of different services. But more importantly, licensing and working with content aggregators like Warner Brothers gives us the ability to provide Netflix or services that they already subscribe to as a part of our passive experience. But when it comes to watch party, then you can get permission. So for instance, if there are two of the same members, subscriber can participate and watch the same movie, then we can make that available through AI TV. So interactive streaming becomes extremely important because we've already spent years and literally working with European Broadcast Union for many years with the ICDN and enabling our stakeholders to participate in a variety of projects and branding. So right now, one of the things we are looking for is building a distribution channel in different countries. So we are looking for active partners that they can help us in sale, distribution, and service while we are welcoming investors in the first round of participation. More importantly, the AI TV, with its intelligence and intuitiveness and entertaining, will become a very good ally to learn from you, to apply your best use cases, and also act as your concierge, if you will. So our goal and objective is, as we are working toward this progression and this service, you can understand that we plan to start with the pre-order. Once the volume comes, we already have established relationship with the manufacturers in China that we can deliver TVs that it can come in a variety of size from 65-inch to 103-inch TV, and then bring that AI experience and everything else to our audience. So we believe that by being a disruptor, you really end up saying goodbye to your remote control. You're going to say hello to Magic Wand. Your mobile is going to become your remote, or you're going to have voice-enabled activities, obviously, that you're going to be talking directly to the AI, or lets you write on your TV screen, just like a little whiteboard that you can say, I'll be right back, and then ship that or create a messaging that goes to your audience, and capture and share it on social media so you can upload the things that you create, watch passively either on TV or be engaged with the content. These are the key elements that we look at it. So with that kind of experience that we are bringing one of the companies that I manage, NETSTAIRS, that it gives us this capability of inclusion with the services that we have in place, and then create multi-channels, multi-streaming, multi-networks, multi-clouds, all of these things that we have been doing, we can bring it back to you. So with that in mind, I wanted to thank you for giving us the opportunity to present you with a little, what I call director's cut by Ahmad Moradi in this presentation, because with this, you can kind of see and appreciate that my goal has always been to be value-added service provider, solution engineer, and with the talent that I have had over the last decades of working in here, AI and TV, they are match in heaven. And I hope you join us in this journey. Thank you again. And if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out and I'll be more than happy to answer. Take care now.